Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is video number 2 for me, and I'm super excited. I hope you are too. Today we are doing this natural everyday makeup look. This is what I do for the most part, day to day, for work, for going out. It's just my go-to look. It's been so requested on my Instagram, so I'm super happy to finally be bringing it to you. So if you want to see how I get this glowy, natural look with some bold lashes, keep watching. Let's do this. Alright guys, so here you can see I'm starting with my completely bare face. So I'm going to walk you through kind of how I prep my skin and then going into doing my foundation and all of my eyeshadow, contour, all the good stuff. So first things first, I like to start by really moisturizing my face. I've already washed it, I've already put my toner on, so moisturizing is the next step. I really love, it's the Tula Beauty Hydrating Day and Night Cream. It's pretty thick, which I like, so I just go in and take a little bit out of there and just rub it all into my face. Alright, now that we have moisturized our skin, the next is to prep it for the makeup. And today I'm going to be using the Tarte base tape. Just go ahead and get a little bit of that and just rub it into our skin. Now we're going to start with our foundation. I use the Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC cream, and I really like it because it's not like a normal CC cream. Super hydrating, it has anti-aging serums in it, and it's full coverage, which is really surprising for a CC cream. So first, how I like to apply mine is to take a little buffing brush, and this is the Real Techniques 200 brush, and I just like to put a couple little pumps on there. And then from there, I just go ahead, kind of dot off the majority of the product before I blend it in. One thing that I do recommend is try not to put too much in the area under your eyes. We really want to keep those ready for the products that are made for your under eye. And I think that really helps to prevent a lot of creasing that you may get later in the day. Keeping those under eyes ready. Watching your hairline. I always get makeup in my hair. Now what we want to do is take our damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to put a little tiny bit, just the tiniest dot of this CC cream on my hand, and take my beauty blender, dab it in there, and I'm only going to use this really in spots that I'm breaking out. I need a little bit more coverage, so right here I had a couple breakouts, just spot on my cheek, and so I'm going to bring that back in there and then kind of buff out and blend out the makeup that was already there. So now that we have kind of buffed in all of our foundation, we're going to go in with our concealer. And I am a huge Shape Tape lover. I love Shape Tape. I think it gives you the best coverage. It's just, I just love it. But it's expensive. It is. So I tried the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo concealer, and I have found this to be the drugstore Shape Tape dupe. You know, it is only, I think, $5, whereas Shape Tape is more in like the $25 range. So this has been kind of amazing. And for this, it comes with a super large applicator, just like Shape Tape does, and it just has a really similar consistency. Obviously, it's not going to be 100% just like Shape Tape if you give it a try, but I really do think it's very comparable, and for the price difference, you can't beat it. And I like to do this on my under eye, and then to highlight any areas that you really want to stand out, especially when you add your contour. So I'm going to go ahead right in the under eye area, add some like that. On the other side, same thing, down the nose, And then I like to do a little on the forehead, especially since I had some blemishes there, and kind of go through and hit those blemishes with it. Highlight the center of the forehead, highlight the end of the nose. I always do right here above my lip, and then a little on the chin. So we're going to go back in with our beauty blender and just blend this out. One trick I heard from Desi Perkins, who I love her, is to take, and when you're blending your under eye, move inward to help with creasing. I don't know if it's true, but she said it, so I'm gonna do it. And if you notice any spots that you are breaking out and you need a little bit more help, you can totally just dab a little bit more concealer, or I even take a little foundation sometimes and just put it on here, dab it right on that spot, and gently. You don't want to rub because that's going to move the product a lot, so really being gentle and dabbing. Now it's really important at this stage to set the under eye, and I'm going to be using the Revolution Banana Powder. So it's just a loose powder, so you're going to need to dump this into some kind of tray, something that you can take your sponge and dip it into. Dip it straight into the powder. Now one trick I have, if you think you have too much powder, just go ahead and dab it off on the back of your hand first before you bring it to your eye. Now on top of setting your under eye, I like to set down the bridge of my nose, and then on my forehead, a little on my chin, all the places that are going to get greasy. We're not going to add a ton of powder later, we're just kind of going to blend this out, keep the rest really dewy. Alright, so now on to the brows. Now I'm not going to do my brows on camera only because it takes forever. Alright guys, so I hopped off quick and I did my brows, but if you do need to see how I got this brow shape, did my brows, I did already do a brow tutorial, which I will link below, so just go ahead, click over there, give it a look. You honestly can do your brows at any stage of your makeup. A lot of people do it before their foundation because they want to make sure that the brows are completely clean. I personally don't like doing that because I have a really hard time getting the foundation to match around my brows, but just do whatever is best for you. So if you need to see that, link is down below. Now that our brows are done, we're going to go ahead and blend this powder out, and I like to use just a small brush like this. This is another Real Techniques brush that I love. Start swiping under there and blending it in. Now it's time to add some color and some definition to our face. Today I'm going to be using the Benefit Cheekleaders palette. We get two bronzers, the original Hula down here. This is the Hula Caramel. And then we also have two really beautiful shimmery highlights and a nice coral blush. Now first I'm going to go in and shape my eyelids and shape my nose. So I'm going to dip this small blending brush into the Hula bronzer, tap off any excess so you don't want too much, and then I'm going to go in and kind of use this in the crease of my eyelid. And this is just to shape up your eyes. I personally don't do a ton as far as any kind of eyeshadow in my everyday makeup look, so this is just to add a little bit of definition and a little bit of color. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So now that we have blended this into our crease, we're going to bring it down our nose to shape up our nose. And we're going to go ahead and just bring it right in a straight line down the side of your nose. And then right here add some definition right under the edge of the eyebrow and bringing it up right there. Alright guys, so one thing I do like to do to kind of create the illusion of that cute little button nose is to shape around the end. So you're going to take a little bit more product of the Benefit Hula and put it on this brush, and you're going to trace across right. So there's the tip of your nose. You're going to bring it up just a little bit and bring it under right here and do a little circle, and it's going to kind of highlight the tip of your nose. You can also take a little bit of this and put it right under your bottom lip. And that'll help create the illusion of a fuller lip, especially once you get your lip put on. So now that we have kind of shaped up our nose and our eyes, we're going to go in and highlight and contour. I'm going to use this, dip it into the product, again, dust any extra off, and then go into the cheek. And that is a lot of product to start with. So no worries, we're gonna blend it out. So just bring it up. I bring it down to my chin like this to contour my jawline. And then we're gonna take a fluffy brush. This is just like an e.l.f. Cosmetics fluffy powder brush. And I'm gonna go in and just buff this out. And just follow your jawline there. Sculpt that out. Bring the rest down to your jawline. Using the same brush, I'm just going to take and contour along my hairline. And again, any of these spots, if you get way too much product, just go back in and take a fluffier brush and just kind of work it through and just blend it out some. Next, I like to do my blush, and I'm going to be using that really pretty Coralista color. And I'm just using my fluffy brush again, going ahead and putting some of that on there, shaking off the excess, and then just coming in. You want to go above where you contoured, so kind of right in this area. You don't want to bring it in too close because this is the area that you already kind of highlighted and you don't want to bring that blush there. So you want to stay off to the side. So we're going to be right about there. Just like that. And you can put a little bit on the bridge of your nose and in the little spots that you contoured. Next, I like to do my lashes. So for my everyday makeup look, I really like to concentrate on just my skin, making my skin look really good, and then doing a bold lash. And for me, I don't have a lot in the lash department, so I prefer to use fake lashes. And I'm going to be using, these are Ardell lashes, and they are the Wispies. I like the Wispies, and I do also really like the Ardell Naturals, which is what I use on my day-to-day. I have a tendency to leave these laying around everywhere. So if like I stay at my mom's house, she'll be like, well, I knew Angel was there because I found one of these on the nightstand. All right, so I hopped off, finished these lashes. This one was a pain in my ass. So sorry, but I struggled. So next, now that we have that done, we want to go ahead and add a little bit of mascara to the top and bottom lashes. Add a little mascara to blend these lashes together. The last thing we need to do for this makeup look is our lips and our highlight. So we're going to be going into our Benefit palette again, and this is Gold Rush. It's a very soft highlight color that you can more so use all over. It has a little less shimmer to it. And then we have Cookie, which is what I'm going to be using, which is much more shimmery. So let's take our fan brush. So you can use just any old fan brush. Just like that. And then for our forehead, I like to do right here above my eyebrows. I think that's a really nice little pop of highlight. And then I like to do the end of my nose. I kind of just squeeze this together if I need to do that spot. Down the bridge of my nose. A little bit on the chin. Woo. And then I put a little bit on my finger, and I'm going to highlight the inside corners of my eyes and then right above the arch of my lip. Now, some days I do overline my lips, or I just line them in general. Today, what I do for my everyday, though, is I just use NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. And this is in the color London. This is my very favorite. My second favorite is Abu Dhabi. Just go ahead and take this. And this, I say, is what I use for like my quick lip. Alright guys. Alright guys, and that is the finished look. This is just my super simple everyday makeup look. Super quick, super easy. The only thing that might take a little bit of time to master are the eyelashes if you've never put eyelashes on before, and the brows, but otherwise super easy techniques, things that you have around the house, and you don't have to use these products. You can use whatever you have, whatever works for your skin, and then just use these application techniques and these tips to put it on. Hopefully you found that helpful, and hopefully you just like this natural base look that you can go for. If you guys have any other videos you want to see, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe below, and head over and follow me on our Instagram at Ancient Tone, and we'll see you guys next time. Testing. I'm literally in the middle of filming this right now.
Oh, so am I on the go?
Yeah, you are.
Alright, that's good. So, have a nice day.
Okay.